In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best cards at each position right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. We're going to be going over the top 5 point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 5s and what would you guys change about them as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. But getting into the top 5 point guards here first, I think the 5th best point guard in the game is up for debate between Dark Matter Dwayne Wade, that was the level 40 in season 4. I think his defense is a lot more valuable than a card like Zach LaVine, because for me, I think Zach LaVine and Dwayne Wade were kind of on the cusp for number 5 at that point guard position, at least for me personally. But with Dwayne Wade, he's got a really good wingspan, 6'11" at point guard, and his defense is unreal. I mean, he's always one of the better defensive point guards in the game, especially at this time in my team. 92 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, ridiculous Hall of Fame badges with having 21. And I think his jump shot's not bad on very quick timing. He's got the Kyrie Irving dribble style, which I know is very, very elite. By no means is Dwayne Wade the best point guard in the game, but I think number 5 is a very fair spot for him. Now, number 4, I might have a little bit of bias here just because I love James Harden cards in my team. I think there's some of the best point guard cards in the game once he does get his really good Galaxy Opals and his really good Dark Matters. 6'5" point guard, 6'11" wingspan. His defense is going to be by no means good, but I think he really makes up for it with his offense. I love James Harden jump shots cards in 2K. I love the jump shot that he does have. I love his dribble sigs as well. I think his movement is really great, but I will say with James Harden, it really does come down to play style. And if you're good with this card, if you're good with James Harden cards, you will love his Dark Matter. If not, then probably not going to be a card for you. But I do think he's the 4th best point guard in my team as of right now. Number 3, I think could be up for debate, but I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be number 3 for me. I would say the top 3 guys are pretty clearly the top 3 best point guards in the game. 6'6" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. He's just like a taller Dwayne Wade is what I would say. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, like I mentioned, is just a taller Dwayne Wade. I love his jump shot. I think he's got solid dribble sigs as well. And yeah, all around a really good card in Shai. Now, number 2, I think is going to be Magic Johnson. I know he was free for a lot of people. Myself, I did not grind for that Magic Johnson card. I didn't really get to play the All-Star event at all. And I really do regret that because I know a lot of people got this Magic Johnson card for free. 6'9" point guard, 7'1" wingspan. I mean, we all know Magic Johnson cards in 2K. He's an oversized point guard. Like, he just is able to dominate because of his size and his player model. He's got really good stats across the board, 23 Hall of Fame badges. And his jump shot on very quick isn't horrible. It's actually not that bad. And does get the Darius Garland dribble style as well. But I will say the best point guard in 2K25 as of right now, I'm gonna give it to Gary Payton. I've seen gameplays on this card. I've used this card on someone's account and he is amazing. Gary Payton is seriously the best point guard in the game with this new jump shot. The Kyle Lowry base, Colin Sexton upper on quick timing is a very good jump shot, while still being maybe the best defensive guard in the game, at least stats and badges wise. Magic maybe has it because of his size and his player model, but Gary Payton stats wise is the best defensive point guard in the game, while also having a really good jump shot, being very good offensively. And yeah, guys, these are my top 5 PGs right now in my team. Let me know what you guys would change down below. But now getting into the top 5 best shooting guards, I think this one again could potentially be up for debate, but I do have Jason Richardson here sliding in at number 5. I know a lot of people like this card a ton. Maybe I'm sleeping on him a little bit, but I do like J Rich a lot. 6'6" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan. Just the thing for me, yes, he's such a good offensive card with a 99 driving dunk, 92 3-ball. The jump shot's solid with a Sadiq Bey upper. I don't mind this card's offense. I think it's really good, but that defense, 70 blocks, 72 interior defense, only 86 perimeter, 82 steal. He's got some good badges for defense, some on Hall of Fame, mostly on gold. I think if you're looking for a straight scorer, Jason Richardson is elite, but I think his defense does hold him back a little bit. Now, a card that's defense does not hold him back at all is Scottie Pippen. And the reason why I have Scottie Pippen at number 4 over J Rich at 5 is because of the defense. He's got the size, 6'8" at the 2, 7-foot wingspan, and just take a look at the defense. 99 perimeter, 90 block, 98 steal, 94 interior. I mean, this card's one of the best defenders in the game. His jump shot's always knocked down off the catch. And Scottie Pippen cards are always really good in my team with his defense and with his size once he does get those shooting guard cards. Now getting into the top 3 best shooting guards in 2K is the new level 40 for season 5, and that's going to be level 40 Brandon Roy. I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. We'll just go with a little bit better of Brandon Roy version. I think he's a top 3 shooting guard in this game. I really do believe so. If you guys saw my gameplay on him yesterday, you'll know why. He's such a good slasher. 98 driving dunk, 98 vertical. To me, he's just a better version of Jason Richardson because he has that defense while still having that slashing ability and also a very good jump shot. I do like his release on very quick. He's got some solid dribble sigs. Brandon Roy is easily a top 3 shooting guard in my personal opinion, but I think number 1 and 2 are pretty obvious and very clear. Dr. J Dark Matter is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he was number 1 for quite a bit, right? He came out January 10th, and this card's jump shot is absolutely elite. John Wall base, Rudy Gay upper. This card's amazing all around, offensively especially, but can still be a good defender. But at number 1, guys, I can't for some reason get his actual card to come up here on the lineup screen. It's not the 98 overall Vince Carter. It's the 100 overall Vince Carter that we'll take a look at right now here. I don't know why I can't get it to pop up on the screen, but see, I don't know why I can't get it to, but if you go to players, right? If you go to 2K25 players, you can see it right here, the 100 overall card in Vince Carter that was kind of like the final prize for the All-Star Festival event or whatever you want to call it. And he's quite literally got 99 in every single stat. He's got a very good jumper with the Patty Mills base, which I think is the best base in the game, or at least one of the best bases in the game in my team. Oscar upper is always amazing in my team on quick. He's got pretty solid dribble sigs. And yeah, Vince Carter, clearly the best shooting guard in the game. So these are my top 5 shooting guards. Obviously, that Vince is the 100 overall version. But now getting into my top 5 best small forwards currently in my team. I think at number 5 is actually going to be Karl Malone. I was debating between him, maybe Kawhi Leonard, a couple other options as well that I was looking between, but Karl Malone I think is just a solid all-around small forward. 6'9" at the small forward position, 7-foot wingspan. He can defend, very versatile. He can drive to the rim. His jump shot I'm not a huge fan of, but it is on very quick timing, so that does help him out quite a bit at the small forward position. But I do think you got to put Karl Malone in your top 5. Now number 4 is going to be a crazy good offensive card, and that is Kevin Durant, because if you guys didn't know, they actually made Kevin Durant cards a lot better in my team this year compared to his past versions. I don't know why I clicked on Kevin Garnett, but Kevin Durant, 6'10" small forward, 7'5" wingspan. We know KD's got a crazy good player model, but the Kevin Durant jump shot is actually a lot better compared to past years, past my teams, and also his dribble sigs are a lot better as well. And yeah, he's a Dark Matter, so he's got great stats, great badges. You guys know the drill when it comes to the stats and badges. I think it's more about the animations as well when it comes to the small forward and just any position in my team. But number 3, I'm going to give it to Giannis. I think you could maybe put Giannis a little bit higher on your list. I just think there's some really good small forwards in 2K right now, but Giannis is a demigod at the small forward position, 6'11", 7'4" wingspan. We just know in my team how good Giannis cards are because of his versatility on defense, his switchability. He can guard most centers in the game, he can guard most point guards in the game, and his animations are always ridiculous. Not like dribble sigs or jump shot wise, but just the animations him and guys like LeBron, which kind of gets me into the number 2 guy here at the small forward position. Giannis and LeBron cards, for some reason in my team, always just play way above their stats, their badges, their animations. They just always play elite in 2K. It's the same thing with LeBron. He's got one of the better jump shots, I would say, for a small forward right now in the game, while also having that bully ball factor, being a really good on-ball defender. It does have 23 Hall of Fame badges. I love using LeBron cards in my team, and I think this Dark Matter is absolutely insane with his jump shot on very quick. But at number 1, I would say maybe not the best all-around small forward. Like I would say LeBron and Giannis probably provide more all-around, value at that small forward position. But Michael Beasley, this card's offense is just a score, is really good. This jump shot is amazing. Cameron Thomas base, Colin Sexton upper, on quick timing. I mean, if you just need a bucket compared to LeBron and Giannis, you go for a guy like Michael Beasley. To me, I think he's probably still the best small forward in the game. You could argue LeBron, you could argue Giannis. I definitely think it's up for debate, but these are my top 5 small forwards right now in my team. Now getting on to the power forward position, I wasn't really sure who to go with at number 5, and I'm actually going to go Bob McAdoo, which may come as a little bit of a surprise. Now I could put a guy like Giannis here as well, right? Because Giannis is obviously a really good power forward, but I kind of want to have like mostly cards only on one, one position, right? So I don't want to have Giannis for small forward and power forward. I don't really want to have Pippen for small forward and shooting guard, for example. So Giannis is probably a better card than Bob McAdoo, but I do think this card deserves some love as being a free card. 6'9" power forward, 7'1" wingspan. I mean, just take a look at the stats on this card. They are ridiculous all the way around. And yeah, for a free card, he's got a good jump shot. He's got amazing stats and badges. And I think Bob McAdoo is the 5th best power forward in the game. I do think the 4th best power forward currently in my team is going to be this Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he's a really good center because he is 7'1", but I think he can also play that power forward position. He's 7 foot in 2K, 7'3" wingspan. I think this card is amazing at center, but is also very elite at power forward. I do like his jump shot for a big man. Really good defender in Hakeem, and I think he's the 4th best power forward in my team. I think slightly better, just because I like his jump shot more, is Joel Embiid. But honestly, Hakeem and Joel are very similar cards in my team at that power forward position. Embiid's got a little bit bigger of a wingspan. I think they're about the same defensively. Embiid to me just gives you a little bit more offense. He does also have the James Harden dribble style. Both these cards are amazing at power forward. Number 2 is a card that I haven't used myself, but I've seen a lot of hype around, and that is Galiciopol Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know exactly why people love this card that much. He's 6'10" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. The jump shot and quick timing is good, but a lot of people love this card in Triple J. I think he's got to be here at number 2 at the power forward position. But number 1 is probably the only card that I'm going to be using on both power forward and center. Now, once again, this isn't the pink diamond version of Kristaps. This is the 100 overall version of Kristaps Porzingis that just dropped a couple days ago in the unlimited promo set. A 7'2" power forward, 7'6" wingspan. I mean, he's a 100 overall card. Maybe it's a little bit boring putting these cards on rankings, but they are just so elite. And Kristaps is going to be the best power forward in my team. So these are my top 5. Once again, Kristaps is obviously the 100 overall version. And yeah, getting into my top 5 centers here, the last position we're going to be talking about. I think the final guy is going to be Yao Ming, like number 5, just barely making the list. I had a huge debate between him and Wilt Chamberlain, but Yao Ming is always just so good in my team. I love Yao Ming cards. I think his jump shot is actually very underrated. It's always been good in my team. His defense is going to be insane. He's 7'6" at the center position, 7'9" wingspan. I mean, you can't get really much better than that when it comes to the center spot. Like I was talking about with Hakeem Olajuwon, I do think he can play power forward really well, but I also think he can be such a good center. So if you don't want to include Hakeem on this list because we have him at power forward, then I would maybe include Wilt Chamberlain on this list as well. So we'll actually throw Wilt in here at number 5. We'll go Yao Ming at number 4. Now for number 3 and number 2, we actually do have the exact same player, but just different cards, and that's going to be the Galiciopol Wemby at number 2 and the Pink Diamond Wemby at number 3. Both these cards are just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the Opal Wemby is one of the best cards in the game. The fact that he's 7'4", 7'8" wingspan, has that high of a 3-ball, really good defender. He's so glitchy in game. Well, his Pink Diamond is pretty much the exact same card, obviously a lot slower. He's 6 speed lower, which definitely is a negative to this card, but Pink Diamond Wemby is still a top 3 center in this game, I do believe, and one of the best cards in my team. And he came out all the way back in November, which is crazy to say out loud. But again, the best center in the game. Maybe it's a little bit cheesy, but it is, again, not the Pink Diamond Kristaps, but the 100 overall Kristaps Porzingis. But yeah, guys, that's going to round out my top 5 best cards at each position. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my rankings? It definitely is a pretty subjective list. These are just my opinions and my personal choices of who I do think are the top 5 best cards at each position, but let me know what you guys would change. But these are my top 5 point guards, my top 5 shooting guards, my top 5 small forwards, my top 5 power forwards, and my top 5 centers as well. Once again, 100 overall Kristaps, 100 overall Kristaps, and then the 100 overall Zach LaVine. Not Zach LaVine, the 100 overall Vince Carter. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully you guys found it helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.